Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? My name is Nick, and this is a little video series about patch 5.2. The reason I'm doing this is because I was reading the WoW forums lately, and although this patch is almost 3 weeks out now, most of the things I've read were questions about the changes within this patch, and instead of posting a wall of text over and over again, I said to myself, you know what, you should make a video. Especially for the people that answer those questions with said walls of text, so that they have something they can refer to. But enough of the talking around, let's see what has changed and what is new in World of Warcraft with patch 5.2. One little thing before we move on, there are timestamps in the description below every video so that you can skip parts you're not interested in. The first thing we're going to look at are the crafted PvP items and the daily cooldowns of Tailoring, Leatherworking and Blacksmithing. For this purpose, I'm at the Silken Fields in the Valley of Four Winds with my Tailoring character. Before this patch you have already had a daily cooldown to produce Imperial Silk, and this is what has changed. With patch 5.2 you can not only create an Imperial Silk with that, you'll also learn a recipe for an item level 458 PvP item or an item level 522 PvE item. The costs for such a PvP item are 5 or 6 Windwool bolts, depending on what you want to create. For PvE boots, you'll need 4 Imperial Silk or 6 Haunted Spirits, which you will get by disenchanting epics obtained from the normal and heroic mode of the Throne of Thunder. The cost for PvE helms are 6 silk and 8 spirits. The same applies to leatherworking, which I will show you right now. But some of you might ask, what kind of daily cooldown do I have as a leatherworker? It's pretty simple. As a max skilled leatherworker you'll only have to kill some mobs in Pandaria. Then they will drop 2 recipes. Magnificence of Scales, which requires 20 prismatic scales, or Magnificence of Leather, which requires 20 exotic leather. You can only do one of those a day, and you'll create 1 magnificent hide with that technique. At the same time, you'll learn how to create either a PvP or a PvE item. The costs for 1 PvP item are 1 or 2 hides depending on what you want to do. For PvE boots, you'll need 7 hides and 6 Haunted Spirits. Helms, on the other hand, cost 14 hides and 8 spirits to create. Before I go on with blacksmithing, I'll tell you about the daily cooldown you will receive for this profession. In phase 4 of the Isle of Thunder King, there'll be a NPC at the Thunder Forge called Itoka. You'll need to kill this mob in order to learn how to create lightning steel ingots. The creation of such ingots will teach you how to craft PvP and PvE items. The PvP items will cost 10 or 15 ghost iron bars depending on what you want to do. The PvE boots cost are 6 living steel, 6 haunting spirits and 2 spirits of harmony. The helms require 8 steel, 8 haunted spirits and 3 spirits of harmony. With the lightning steel ingots I've mentioned before, you can create items that have been patched out at the same time as the profession's specializations. If you want more detailed information, click the link in the description below this video, which will take you to Wowhead. And without further ado, we will take a look at the new skill system of blacksmithing. I'm in the Shrine of 7 Stars, the Alliance capital city in Pandaria. More precisely, I'm at the Stars Bazaar, and as you can see, I'm right at the blacksmithing vendor, who has been promoted with this patch. He's now a blacksmithing trainer as well. But the only thing he can teach you are training projects and the Mists of Pandaria stuff. You'll need ghost iron bars to create those training projects, and this offers another way how you can skill to max level in blacksmithing. So the only thing you'll have to decide now is whether or not it is cheaper to use the old school stuff or the ghost iron bars. Blizzard will most likely introduce this skill system to other professions as well in a later patch, but for now, blacksmithing is the only profession. And finally, we are going to take a look at the Honor and Conquest Quatermasters in this patch. For this reason, I'm at the Great Wall where the PvP windows are placed in Pandaria. So let's take a look at the Honor gear, I would say. If you have already played PvP in Pandaria, you'll see that nothing really has changed. You still need to get 7,250 honor points in this season in order to get the quote-unquote license to buy these weapons. The costs haven't changed as well, whether it be trinkets or set items, everything still costs the same as last season. And you can buy one mode of Harmony for 400 points if you want to. The same thing applies to Conquest points. The weapons now have an item level of 498, which they had not until the hotfix some days ago. Up until this point, they had an item level of 493, as has every Conquest item. If you don't want any Conquest items, you can buy a Spirit of Harmony for 600 points, or if you have a 2.2k plus rating on either Rated Battlegrounds or Arena, you can buy a weapon enchantment, which gives you 400 PvP power and 200 resilience, as well as a 50% reduced disarm duration. Before I go, there's another link in the description below this video which will take you to a Bluepost in which the new PvP rating system is explained, as well as some points concerning how to catch up when the season has already won for quite some time. In this part, there's nothing left to say for me except for thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in part 2.